Yeah, so I'm on top of the beach here, and I actually found the road that drives all the way here from that place where I made the video the very first time. So yeah, this road behind me goes all the way back there, so I don't have to walk back through the beach. But what is interesting is that we're coming up on this forest here. Let me go ahead and switch the camera. So yeah, I came up on this forest. It's actually something you can't see from all the way back there, but it looks really, really interesting. It almost got a Costa Rica type of vibe. But I don't know that. I'm just getting that from the YouTube videos that I watched about Costa Rica. Now, it's a place I would love to go to. Definitely on the list. But we're here now, in the moment. Oh, it's beautiful out here, man. It really is. Yep, there you go. This is the road. I always see these bikes coming out here. It's a road that goes through the forest, and then it leads to that place where I shot my first video ever. At least videos that are about the beach shack and the beach life. I think I should probably just follow the bikes. That track, that's where it gets out. And this is beautiful out here, man. It's a hidden gem. It's all the way south of the beach. This is a beautiful place. I mean, it smells fresh, it's breezy, it's so quiet, you literally hear the leaves moving. And it is fall, after all. So it is absolutely beautiful. Now I understand why all the quads come out here. They drive in here, you know? This is a much faster forest than the one I've been to yesterday when I was coming back from Paul. This is beautiful out here, man. And the ground is all sand. This is a beach forest, which are my absolute fucking favorite, you know? You're out here in all this greenery, but you can't just walk out there and go to the ocean. And as I'm coming up here, this is where the quads kick it. And this is where the road is. Some. Yeah, so this is where the quads come in, and then they drive. That's interesting. Oh, there's a boat here. Look at that. So this is one of the fishermen that has literally his boat parked here, which is really super interesting, man. So yeah, see it? Oh wow, there's a bunch of them over there. So this is also a parking spot for these little boats, fisherman boats, you know. Well, they're not so little, you know. I think last year I was at the beach house, my parents' house, and then I was talking to the local fishermen, and then they were talking about how these boats, like to get the license to have one of them, it used to be around, he said it used to be around $7,000 to $10,000 to get the license to put one of these in the ocean, actually be able to fish, have the license to fish, right? So it was between $7,000 to $10,000. But he said in recent years it jumped up literally to $100,000 per boat. So in order for you to have one of these boats and have the permission to actually fish, you need to pay north of $100,000. And that's fucked up when you think about it for the local fishermen. I mean, these guys don't have that kind of money, but it's $100,000 right now, you know? So the bigger, I guess, fish companies or bigger fishermen, you know, like people who go in with massive boats, they basically priced out the little guys completely. 100 grand, that's insane. Especially in Morocco, $100,000 out here, man. That's a lot. That is a lot. Oh, this is a beautiful place, you know. And sometimes you come across the most beautiful places again when you're not planning. So I walked out here to take a look at that swell that I saw from all the way back there, and to look at that house that was on top of the hill. And interestingly enough, found a really interesting site of that house that was destroyed by high tide, and now this beautiful forest, you know. And yeah, this is the road, I think. Yep, this is the other road that goes all the way back to the main street in Bingo. Yep. So this is where I see always cars coming in. They go vroom and just head that way, and I'm like, where the fuck are they going? It seemed like there was a dead end. That's where they were going, into this forest here. So you can bike there, you can hike, all that good stuff, you know. It's beautiful, man. This whole area, from here all the way, from the north end of the beach to the south end, this is the south end, is beautiful. But it is all made possible. We must never forget that. This is all made possible due to technology. Had I had to actually go to a physical job, I would not be able to experience this. Or at least I wouldn't be able to experience it as in I live here. Experience it for a day. holiday, a weekend, and you need to get back to your life. But to get to live here, it's a whole nother ball game, you know. And I think I hear the Adhan for Asr, and I have not made Dhuhr either. Yeah, I think I need to make a stop and do that. Yeah, so this is where it all got started. Here was the first time I've actually made a video. That was the day that I came up on the beach shack. It's the day I found that property. Or that property found me. And I made my first video right here. So I love this spot. And this is right at the beginning of the forest. I always thought that going ahead is a dead end, because it is a dead end from here, but from the road back there you can actually go in, and it turns out it's a beautiful forest on the beach. Yeah, so but this was it, man. This was the place where I made my first video. And look, it's beautiful now because it's fall, like the rain just fell, everything is green, you know. But it's basically, this is a stretch of, there were some houses here, but mostly I think they're a bit abandoned. I don't think anybody kind of lives here. I mean, some of them do. Most of them like summer houses, but anyway, many of them look abandoned. These were obviously concrete chairs that fell apart. Right, I hear some dogs barking out there. Yeah, yeah. A few nights ago, I had some drinks right here. I came over here, kicked it, and had some drinks. There was some other folks down on that other chair. They were pretty cool. They shared some really nice with me. Rolled a couple of joints out of that. It was pretty cool. Yeah, so this was the first place where I shot a video about this life, the beach shack and the beach life. I'm all about that life now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so next up, I'm gonna walk back to the beach shack. And then, honestly, to be honest, I just want to score. That's literally that's what's next up, you know? Beach houses, the beach shack needs to fucking get cleaned, all of that. But you know, it's Monday. It's that nice excuse. It's Monday. I wanna fucking spark up, man. I wanna spark up. This leaving the job and talking to them about it was heavy. Me getting accustomed to my new life out here is very heavy. So I'm feeling I need to sedate and medicate myself with some good trees, you know? Which I'm gonna do that. But the score is tough out here. It's not like Casablanca, it's not like the city. So the person that people score from is always like 10, 15, 20 miles out. And they have to like put their money together, and then someone drives up to that dude or whatever, gets the shit, brings it back to everybody. And that all happens at a coffee shop where people gather. So that's where I'm gonna go. Now, I did try to do the same with the coffee shop back there where I was at using the internet. Which those peeps that gave me those joints a few days back, they said yes. They said you can do that. Just go to the coffee shop and then people put money together, you know. But then that coffee shop was pretty light this morning. There wasn't much people there. Plus, this is more of the gentrified area of the beach. This is where money lives, you know. So I'm gonna go back to the village out there. I'm gonna go back to the village out there, and actually I saw some people Alright, so I just met these two homies actually that were sparking up, and I asked them if they had some extra trees or if can I score, right? And then they gave me directions to this other beach that I gotta take a cab to. Is if you go there, there's mad trees. Just ask anybody, they'll show you, and that's the source, right? That's where the trees are at. So that's gonna make for another trip. Interesting. I'm going to it's called Sidi Rhal, which is the beach over from here. Ironic enough, actually my parents have a land on that beach that they never built. So that's the area I'm going to. It's gonna be interesting. Find out a new area, and it's better to just fucking go to the direct source instead of like asking this guy and that guy, you know? So I'm just gonna travel up there, see what the afternoon brings, you know? And check out that beach community up there. So now I gotta walk all the way up to get to get a cab to go up there. All right, I'll see you in a minute.